Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So for today, we're gonna be talking about skate tools and which ones are the best, how much they are, and what they do. There's several different skate tools out there. Today, I only have 3 of them available that I can actually use and compare and talk about. I will end up talking about a few other ones that I'll leave like pictures up here and here. For now, we're gonna go ahead and start talking about what is the best skate tool. We'll start with the cheapest one out of the 3. This is a Spitfire T tool. They're roughly like $10 online, $10 to $12 online, or in store 10 to 12 bucks. You can get one at your local skate shop, you can get one at Zumiez. Pretty much order them from wherever you want. Just type them in on Google, Spitfire skate tools. The reason why I like this one so much, I'm not a huge fan of where this is located. I don't know why, I don't know. It doesn't look as clean as like this one does or as this one does. The thing that makes this skate tool cool is it has a very thin shaft right here. I know that sounds weird and it looks weird, but it's very thin here compared to say this skate tool or what a unit skate tool would be. The reason why I like that is because it makes parts like this on the truck a little bit more easy to get to versus this. Sometimes you have to angle it and it doesn't sit 100% flush. As you can see, it's not perfectly straight versus this one, you can go straight on it. You can go straight on it like that and you can adjust your base plate or your hardware on your base plate. So for like 10 to 12 bucks, this tool is actually really good. The thing that sucks about it is it comes with this little small tool, and I don't like these on any skate tool, I'll be honest. And that comes to my specific hardware, which is the reason why I like those. It's still really good. I just don't like having to either screw on this side or screw it on this side and have to hold it over here. Not a huge fan of doing that. And that's because I have really cool hardware, hammer and hardware, and I don't have to physically tighten both sides. Anyway, for the next hardware you can get for, I think it's like $8 more. That's $20 for these. I haven't seen them go any more expensive, so they should still realistically be like 20 bucks. They're silver skate tools. Mine is a Nigel Houston one. This is probably one of my favorite skate tools I've ever owned. And originally I thought it was stolen because I thought I left it at the skate park or it was stolen from a bag at the skate park. But from moving so many different times over the past few years, I found it. It's really cool, it's my favorite. As you can see, it is a ratcheting tool. I did use it in one of my other videos. But you can watch the video as well if you want to check it out and just see what this tool does. But this one's my favorite. What's really cool about this tool and why it's my favorite is it has the ratchet piece and you can adjust it to do loosening or tightening, whichever one you prefer. And for my specific hardware, the hammer and hardware, all I need is one hand. I can use this hand to do whatever I want with. If I want to drink something while I'm doing it, if I want to eat while I'm doing it, it doesn't matter because I have one hand free. It's kind of cool. That's why I like this one. Again, if you have normal hardware, this one is more hidden, as you can see. This piece right here is more hidden, which I do like, but again, it's really small, so I'm not the biggest fan. Again, I use this tool, it's the same thing as all the other ones, but it is a little bit easier because you can use this small tool, hold it on the back side, and then you can do all the work with just the ratchet. So it makes the life so much easier. So this is why this one's my favorite. It's a little bit more efficient, it's a little bit faster. Highly recommend the silver tools. There's several different colors. They're actually coming out with neon colors now. So silver is by far like my favorite skate tool I've ever owned. It also has a file on top. So if you wanted to grip your own board, you can do that because it files down the edges like so. Yeah, it's just one of the most incredible skate tools that I've ever owned. The next one we're going to talk about is the tool that pretty much has everything you need on it. If you were to run into an issue of building a new board or if you need to rethread your trucks. So to talk about that, I'm going to go ahead and take off one of the wheels. So this tool, it has a rethreader on this side, and what that means is you can put it on the axle of your truck as long as you're putting it on straight and you can catch a little bit of thread. You can rethread your entire axle. The reason why you would want this is because occasionally your axles do get damaged and you can't put a nut, can't put the nut back on it. So you want to go back and rethread it, which is what I'm doing right now. I don't need to do this because they're already really good threads, but it works. You just go all the way down and then you go right back up. And it should get much cleaner, much smoother, much easier, and then the threads look pretty much brand new. Also, This one has a bearing press on this side, has a bearing press. So if you wanted to, instead of using your trucks, also this is a quick way to take your bearings out if you didn't know that. But if you didn't have a bearing press or you didn't want to use your trucks, you can actually use this part of the tool, and all you have to do is just push down. And same thing with the other one. Really easy process for doing your bearings. If you didn't know that's what that tool is for, well, now you know. Only this specific tool has it. There might be other ones out there that exist, but this is a independent tool. And again, this is one of my other favorite ones just because it comes with a little bit of extra accessories. The only thing that I wish they did differently on this one was copied the same thing that these two did, where they're thinner here and thinner here, so it fits much easier on the truck itself. Again, that's my favorite thing about these tools, is they're just much thinner. Unit skate tools are like the same thing as the independent one. They have a extra casing here, but unit tools are also really good for the price. They're like 10, 12 bucks. Pretty much most skate tools that are gonna do their job are gonna be about $10. And that's pretty much the three main tools that you're gonna have at most local skate shops. Occasionally they're gonna have a skate tool called like a carabiner skate tool. It's pretty much a clip that you have on a keychain, except it's got 3 points on it that you can use for a skate tool. The only thing I don't like about that one is it is thinner, so it makes getting right here on your wheels a little bit more difficult. Especially if you have wheels that go in like this more versus more of a flat surface wheel. It makes it a little bit more difficult to get to those. So that's the only reason why I'm not a fan of that one. It's still really cool. When we first got it in a long time ago, I actually really liked it, but I've always just come back to the silver ratcheting tool. I don't know why again. It's so cool. It makes a lot of noise. I like noise. It's like a fidget spinner without being a fidget spinner. I don't know. I like to fidget with things, so that's why this tool is my favorite, I guess. But it really comes down to how much money you want to spend on a skate tool and how much you're going to be using it. For me, I really don't use skate tools often. I just use them when I build boards. This one is just, for the price, I think it's really cool. But honestly, you really just need a basic skate tool like this. And you can pretty much get whatever you want when it comes to skate tools. There's different colors you can get. So if you have a favorite color, you can get your favorite color. I know Unit actually sells them in different colors. I don't know, I keep talking about Unit a lot. I wish I had them here today, but I am sold out of them in my store and I don't have one that I personally own, versus this is personally owned, this is the store tool, and this is Addison, who's been in my videos. This is his tool. So what is the best skate tool for you? That's gonna be your personal preference. My personal preference is the silver skate tool. I'll leave a link in the description for each tool on which one you can get or where you can get them. But my personal favorite is the silver skate tool, just because the ratcheting piece, and it really helps me when it comes to building my board because I have the hammer and hardware. You probably will not have hammer and hardware because it is rare. I am working on developing my own sets. It's just really hard. I'm trying to 3D print them first, and then I am trying to get them made by a machinist. So hopefully in the future, whenever I get my apparel going and get my hardware going, you'll be able to purchase those from me and test them out yourself. But personally, that is my favorite hardware, and it makes life so much easier. But if you don't have that hardware, you can just use a regular skate tool. There's no need in going super crazy and super extra, especially if you're a beginner. You really don't need to be doing too much. The only thing you need to check on is your nuts on your base plate, here, 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 here. Just make sure that they stay tight. As you can see, there's not any wiggle room. Occasionally, skating a lot, those will come loose on normal hardware. On Phillips head and Allen head, occasionally come loose and they will oval out your holes. So make sure that you are checking that. That's the only thing that I would recommend to check often. Occasionally, your wheels get tighter or looser as well from skating. So you want to have a little wiggle room. You don't want to have a crazy amount, you just want a little bit. And the reason for that is to keep your bearing from seizing if it's too tight, and then keep it from wobbling back and forth if it's too loose. You want like a happy medium of the two. That way it can spin freely and roll for as long as your bearing is going to roll for. But my recommendation would be the silver skate tool. And if you are a skater who skates all the time and destroys your trucks or changes wheels often, do the independent skate tool, just because it has the axle rethreader and then it also has the bearing press. That's pretty much it for today's video. It's nothing crazy. I just wanted to talk about the skate tools, different kinds, which one is the best one, at least in my opinion. Leave it in the comments below which skate tool is your favorite and why. I would love to hear about it. I'd love to talk about it. Maybe you have a skate tool that I didn't show today or didn't talk about today. Let me know in the comments below which that one is, and then I will look at it and I'll test it out. Maybe I'll order it if it's something that's completely different than all of these. The carabiner one that I mentioned earlier, that one's really cool. I'm just not a huge fan of the way that it attacks right here and tries to get in the kingpin. It's just not as efficient as these, but still, I think that one's like $7, or it could be more now, but I think it was like $7.95 when it first came out. And that one, again, is really cool. And it's good for like keychains and stuff, so you don't ever lose it and you don't have to worry about having like this in your pocket when you're skating, versus that one's very thin and you can do it. So that's one benefit to that one. I didn't mention that earlier. But again, that's pretty much it for all skate tools. There's not much to it. Sorry this video has been delayed. I was trying to film it yesterday, but I was not able to, and we were able to do it today. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed learning a little bit from skate tools, or at least what my personal preference is, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Like I said earlier, comment down below. Share this video if you would like. I'm not gonna force you to, obviously, but if you did enjoy it and you wanna share it, by all means, share it. It helps the channel. Anyway, that's it for today. Enough rambling from me, and I will see y'all on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys.